Speedway Anywhere on Blog Talk Radio /Speedway Anywhere with your crew chief, Q.
Hey, race fans, come on in. Speedway Anywhere time, where checking past is a great thing. Speedway Anywhere at youtube.com/Speedway Anywhere. I'm your host, Q. Before we start, I have to share my condolences and heart to Sherry Pollex and Martin Jr., Martin Truex Jr. I haven't produced a show since the news came out about Sherry passing away, and one thing that I have hated since I started this 5 years ago is that I have to talk about the losses. Usually it's a guy on the track or someone like David Pearson, multiple icons in the sport, but Sherry's is different. Sherry passed away of ovarian cancer, and she raised freaking millions cancer research and all that since she was diagnosed. Now, what makes us different is I met Sherry as her and Martin were walking down in the infield at Kansas Speedway in 2014 when Martin was 3 years out from earning a championship. And there is so much that hits home with her passing. Add to that the fact that she, besides the ovarian cancer research, she also diehard supporter of St. Jude Children's Medical Research Hospital, and I've supported that cause, the Danny Thomas Foundation and whatnot, and it's kind of a big deal. It really is. So let me get back to the script. My emotions are taking over, but yeah, Kansas Speedway 2014, and but this has become a favorite of mine as far as Sherry and her unwavering support toward different cancer foundations. And yeah, But yeah, the purpose of my show tonight wasn't to acknowledge Sherry, but I do. Um, so I'm going to leave it there. But at the time of this video, NASCAR has yet to release the 2024 schedule for all three top NASCAR divisions: the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Truck Series. Sure, there has been some leaks and some confirmations, but still no solid season for 2024. Now, remember, let's see, I'm going to go scatterbrain. There's been, you know, how you get a baseball schedule, a football schedule, a NASCAR schedule, you get it off the counter at your local convenience store or the local liquor store. We can't do that right now for 2024. Now, the huge difference is that NASCAR, sure, I used to work in the liquor industry, and you'd be able to find one on the counter probably about a month in advance, be it titled Miller Genuine Draft, Miller Light, Budweiser, Coors Light. But those didn't include NASCAR. But that's not my point. My point is that usually in years past, we were able to know the following year's schedule by the end of March, early April. There is nothing. And I know that they're trying to change things up. They're trying to keep it interesting. Hopefully they don't add another damn road course. Even though at this time last year I was pondering the Chicago event, which turned out to be great. But, you know, it didn't hurt that we had a new winner from the, what's the Turbo Series in Australia? The Super 8s, yeah, either way, that was great. But still, we don't have a schedule. And here it is, the end of September. Depending upon when you're following this show, pre-2020, during the pandemic thing, we had, you know, in 2019 was the last time the following year's schedule got released. And that's a whole nother animal. The schedule was released by the end of March, early April. I just said that. And add to that, the shootout was always the Clash at Daytona. Well, it's confirmed now that we will be going back to the LA Coliseum, and the Mexican NASCAR series will be joining them that weekend. So that's kind of fun. Now, I don't know everyone's feelings on that, but I'm not going to dwell on the fact of the feedback said they wanted to see the All-Star race move around too. Now, the All-Star race, uh, okay, traditionally it was at Charlotte, except it moved to Atlanta and then back to Charlotte. And then during the pandemic, it moved over to Bristol. And then Texas? Are you freaking kidding me? That was just so random. But with the return of North Wilkesboro, the All-Star, and I'm getting, but my point is, are we going to have another All-Star at Wilkesboro? Are we going to have a points race at Wilkesboro? My problem with this is people need time to plan. All right, in 2008, I'm ashamed to say it, 2008 was the first actual cup race that I ever saw. I saw multiple events, be it ASA, be it local short track, be it whatever. And, sorry. But the first cup race I ever saw was at Homestead, Miami, and I grabbed the wrong glasses. Give me a second. I'm getting off track. Next year, we know we're not going to have a race at Fontana, California. And what's going to fill that spot? I'm hoping Rockingham, but hell, I am so curious to see if the North Wilkesboro track gets used in place of Fontana. That'd be hot. Granted, the final laps of North Wilkesboro were so freaking boring. But I'd be okay with them having a points paying race. Let's skip ahead. NASCAR, don't piss about attendance because you dropped the ball about giving people time with the schedule. Yes, that's a huge point of mine. Like I said, I wanted to schedule way ahead, get my hotel room, get my rental car reserved, get all those pieces in place when I went to my first race, as I do with every vacation. But if attendance lacks next year, they can only blame it on themselves. Granted, TV is going to be TV. We can all sit in our homes, our studio, and watch it all on TV. But if the actual numbers in the seats are lacking, it's their own freaking fault. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up for now. Hopefully this is old news about the schedule by the time you see it. But the part that's getting old is the fact that NASCAR needs to go back and do it the way they used to. Get the schedule out there. Let us plan. Let us book that flight, book that hotel, book that rental car, buy the tickets. For Christ's sake. All of us traveling folk need to know within decent time. I spent the hell out of my ex-wife's student loans in January, planning for a race in November. So, either way, this is me. I'm Quentin, and this has been Speedway Anywhere. I ask that you click the like, click the subscribe button, and we can BS more about racing and whatnot. So, this is me.
Speedway Anywhere on Blog Talk Radio, your source for stock car, any car, or any car, no matter how many wheels.